Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece here, Independent Stamp Demonstrator. Here's all my contact, my Facebook business page. Please join me. We do fun things on Fridays. And my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, watch to the end, and share with all your crafty friends. So today, we are going to make a card that I cased the design from Karen Titus. It's called the Pop-Out Paneled Gatefold card. Say that 3 times. And basically, here are the measurements if you want to take a screenshot. My card base is 5.5 by 8. It's not the normal card base, it's different. And I scored it at 2, 4, and 6. I have DSP. What she had you do is cut a 10.5 by 5 1/4 piece of DSP and then cut it into 1 3/4 pieces. You need 6 of them, so it works out perfect. Then I need a belly band. I did that in Early Espresso, which is 1 by 10. The 11 made it just a little bit longer than I wanted. I have 2 deckled circles that I already cut, and I'll show you those in a minute, in white and just a little bit in the espresso. I'm using the Musical Jamboree. I'm a retired music teacher, so I had to have it. And I'm using the deckled circles dies. When you open the card, it pops out, and the beautiful thing is, if you go like that, it will actually stand up. Of course, it won't do it. It will stand up for you, so it pops right out. And to close it, you just go like that. So it's a fun card, a wonderful fun fold. I think this set is very, very cute. So let's make one. It is not hard, at least I don't think. So the first thing I did is I went ahead and pre-stamped 2 deckled circles. I have a ton of blends here. So I guess I will kind of look at what I did before and not recreate the wheel. I'm using an Azure Afternoon blend. Now, I had some questions on people, how do I use my blends? If you look on the blends, there's a small end and a big end. If I'm going in small areas, I always use the small end. And then when I'm covering bigger areas, I'll use the larger end. Now I'm going to use the light smoky slate. And I am going to just go kind of in his face. Once again, I'm using the small end because I don't want to go out of the lines. I outline everything first. And this one, because it's such a small area, I might, well, maybe I'll put in the big end. And I just kind of go in circular motion and get that. And I need a new one I see of this color. Then I did the light pebbled path for the rest of his body. So I'm going to, so I've got a smoky slate and azure. I am going to use this is the light pebbled path. And once again, I've had, normally I don't show you a lot of things that I'm coloring, but this one I thought I should because I've had a lot of questions. How do you use your blends? How do you color with them? And so I thought I should show you. I always use the small end because that's the nice thing about our blends. There are 2 ends of them. Now this one, I'm not using both blends. I could put a lot of shadows in if I wanted to. Now I'm going to get out the big end and fill in. I tend to, with my blends and with my blending brushes, I tend to do circular. I'm not sure. And you can go back through and say, oh, I got to add a little more there. That doesn't look quite right. And you can do whatever you want with it. There is no rhyme or reason. Now, I thought it would be neat to use copper clay on his banjo. Banjos are usually, well, I told you I'm a music teacher, so I can't say. At least they do like a tan or a yellowy color on the actual front of it. And then I'm just doing like this copper clay. And I think that's all I'm going to add there. Now I'm going to create with my dark smoky slate. Actually, that's wrong. I'm going to use my Pebble Path again. And I made a mistake, but I don't mind it. This is Pebble Path, and this one I did dark smoky slate. So, you know, I put these out at classes and let people be creative. So I'm going to come back and make the wood with the Pebble Path. Okay. And then I'm going to use the dark Daffodil Delight. I'm going to use at the bottom, the hottest part of the flame. Can you color any of these things any way you want them? Absolutely. There is no right way. It's a pleasant thing for you to do however you want to. And then I might just add a little bit of the dark on these little tiny ones coming up. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to color this guy in the light pecan pie. And once again, when I do this with people at my technique class, or sorry, my Funfold class, I'll just put the blends out and you can be creative. I'll put the ones out I used, but you can mix and match, do anything you want. Once again, I'm using the small end because I'm doing some outline. Also, it's totally great to leave a little bit of white space. That is not a problem. At first I wasn't seeing, but that's his little hand there. I'll move that up just a little bit so we're right in the light here. And the final part is I'm going to put that copper clay. I'm going to use the light copper clay this time on the violin. Like a beautiful wood violin. I'm not sure if that's the exact right color, but it's going to be what my color is. All right, once you get all the coloring done, you can go ahead and adhere these to the little mats, which are Early Espresso. I will go ahead and put them both on. All right, I've got that part of the card ready to go. The next part is putting on the DSP, and I'm using the Country Woods Designer Series paper. I really like it. So I'm going to, these two bend backwards, and this one, it kind of folds together like this. It's supposed to make a W. Now, when you're folding it together, sometimes it, can you see the W? Sometimes when you put it back, it folds the other way. But to start with, it's supposed to be a W. So you're going to put DSP on these 4, not on the back, and then on these 2. I will have some white if like if you're a person that comes to a class and you go, well, where am I going to write on that? You should have a little spot because it says just a note to write. Hey, I'm thinking of you. Hope you're having a great day. Right now here in New York State, it is very, very, very hot. So hope you're not really overheating. And once again, you can like try to line these up. I'm just putting them on willy-nilly. These, because it's all kind of a wood look, I don't mind that they're not exactly like the wood isn't matching up perfect. That's my own personal choice if you wanted to. And once again, the wood is all your designer series paper from the Country Woods is double-sided. So you get a lot, and I just think it makes an excellent background for a fun card. I think somebody in the summer that was getting something like this, especially because, like I say, I do love music. Okay, so this is how the card, and when it shuts, it'll go like that. So we have to make sure and put on adhesive and put it on the outside too. Okay. There we go. I've got all my designer series paper. Now I have this little cardstock piece, 4 7/8 by 1, scored at a 1/2 inch on each end. She put 5, but then she kind of recorrected it and said, well, could be a little bit less than 5. And I think if you do it like 4 7/8, it fits here much better. So I'm going to kind of lay it on here. You notice I fold these 2 underneath. I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive on both ends. I'm, kind of putting it in the middle. Okay. So now it will, you will get a little bit of that in the middle, and that's okay, because if you're going to shut the card, and you want it to kind of bend out. Oops, I did the W the wrong way again. I keep doing that. You want it to bend out like that because you want this to pop out. So I'm going to put just a little, and I've already got a wrinkle there, just a little bit of adhesive right here in the middle so I know where this character is going. Maybe it'd be nice if I put him sort of up. So he pops out. Make sure that is secure. And then he'll lay flat. Close the card. And then what I do, you do not have to do it this way. Some people put it, a crease in their belly bands. I don't. I bring it together. I make sure it's a little bit loose. You don't want it super tight because then you can't slide it off the card. And I put a little adhesive here. See if I can get that going. Okay, so you want it to be able to slide on and off, which it is. Then I'm going to come back, and this is going to cover up that seam, which is what I like. I don't like a seam showing. And that way, see if I get that centered. When you take off the belly band, you automatically have a pop-up. Isn't that cute? And I like that when you take off, I'm not getting adhesive on it, when you take off the belly band, it'll just come right, the little part on the front will come right back with it. And it holds a card close because that's kind of important. So I hope you give this, what is it called again? Pop Out Paneled Gatefold card a try. It is not hard. It is a cute card. And I hope you give it a try and have a great day. Take care.